Hey, it's Dave. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite guitar players. Nile Rodgers. Nile Rodgers kills it on so much stuff. He's just awesome. I love all the Chic stuff. I love the Diana Ross stuff he did, that Upside Down album. Sister Sledge, he did some great stuff for. He worked on the David Bowie records. I mean, he's worked on a lot of stuff, so he's just great. And this is one of my favorites, Everybody Dance by Chic, because I love the chord voicings he uses. I've seen a few guys play this online, and they don't play it correctly, so I thought I would show it. Let's get started. Okay, the thing about this song is it's in the key of C minor, and there's some chord names that I use here that I see people use online, which is good, but I don't think a lot of people get it that don't have a pop sensibility. So I tend not to use that name for them. And for them, I'll use like, here, why don't I show you what I mean? The song starts with a C minor chord. And then it goes to an A flat over a B flat. To a B flat over a C. Now you can call these chords, and this is what I would call this chord. This is a B flat 11, and this is a C 11. But if you don't have a pop sensibility and you come from a jazz background, there's other notes you can add in there to make an 11 that pop stuff doesn't really use. So in the pop sensibility, a B flat 11 is really an A flat triad, which is the 7, the 9, and the 11 of the B flat chord, over a B flat bass. And same for the C. It's the 7, 9, and 11 over a C. But if you're trying to communicate to somebody and you want them really to understand what you want out of them, to me, I would tell them this is a B flat triad. Just a typical 1, 3, 5 over a C. So those are the first three chords. Next is an A flat major 7. This next chord, I've seen people name it incorrectly online. We're going to call this an A minor 7 flat 13. And the reason why we call that an A minor 7 flat 13 is, and I've seen people call it an A minor 7 sharp 5, there's actually a natural 5 here. So therefore the 5 is really natural and it's a flat 13, because, well, you can think of it as a flat 6, but what happens is anytime you have a 7 in the chord, the 6 becomes a 13. So A minor 7 flat 13. And I'm going to show you these chords. And back to the B flat 11 or A flat over B flat, however you want to call it. So here we have a typical voice C minor. To, again, this triad. So that's an A flat C E flat with a B flat in the bass. To a B flat D F with a C in the bass. To an A flat major 7, which is this typical voicing. A flat G, C, and E flat. To an A minor 7 flat 13, which is A, E, G, C, F. To, once again, the B flat 11 or the A flat over B flat. And so those are the chords. That's almost the whole song. So now when it gets to the verse, we switch to E flat. And the chords are basically E flat, B flat, C minor, F minor to F minor 7. And it just repeats that. And what Niles does there is he's doing like a variation. He's playing like a... And he's he's just chunking it along. It doesn't like to play full-out, bang-out chords. He's never really a guy to sit there and strum it along. The piano player does that. He's making it funky, so he's just playing like... And that was just an F minor 7 with the pinky on the top on that E flat. And that's basically the whole song. I don't really need to go into what this is. This is obviously just E flat, and I'm just playing that triad of it. The B flat, E flat, G to a B, D, F, and then to just a C minor to an F minor to an F minor 7. I love those chords. To me, I'm a chord guy. I love that stuff. You know, it's right in the Steely Dan vein of chords there. With those 11s, Steely Dan loves using that. And you hear him in a lot of songs. You hear the 11 chord, or when I say the pop sensibility, because you hear it a lot, like you'll hear like the A over B in the intro to I'm Not in Love, which is also the same as Spend eternity in the city. Hall & Oates, She's Gone. It's the same type of thing. Let the carbon monoxide choke my thoughts away. And you hear that chord a lot. You'll hear it in the beginning of well, you're friend of your fancy persuasion. You know, it's everywhere. But that's the pop sensibility of the 11, which is you just play the triad before it. The whole step before it. So if you're playing like an A11, it's really a G triad with an A in the bass. You know, and again, it's used a lot in pop songs. There's too many for me to name. But anyways, that's Everybody Dance. I hope you enjoy it and got something out of it. Hey, thanks for watching. Very good.
You hit the nail right on the head with your comments, what you're saying today. You're right on target. You're 150% correct. Right on the money. Everything you said.
How's that for a topper?